This is Jack Fletcher reporting for Jack Fletcher Media Productions, reporting live and direct from Stones Gym in Nottingham with Lee, the renovator Froch. Lee, how's it going?
Very well, Jack. How are you? He's got it wrong there. It's the renovator. Just so you get it right.
I was watching a social media platform a couple of days ago and saw you on IFL TV with George Groves.
Oh yeah, he was George Groves for the Dave Allen fight against Lucas Brown. Yeah, it was all good. Saw George Groves, said hello, shook his hand, congratulated him on becoming a world champ in his own right, and sorted out all the beef that we had. We're going to be working actually together. We're going to be doing some Froch Groves 3, which is meals up and down the country. So first one's in Manchester, but as soon as it's all announced properly in the official date, I'll let you know.
Wasn't he giving you a little bit of stick about your fight name at one point?
He was, yeah. He was like, the renovator, he didn't really understand it, and then obviously I explained to him I used to renovate houses. Well, still renovate houses now and again when I get one. And Terminator was one of my biggest, Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of my biggest fans. So renovate, Terminator, the renovator.
So there's no bad blood anymore. That's completely put to bed altogether then, yeah.
Yeah, Sam, George. I mean, you've got to respect any boxers. I mean, it was definitely one of the best rivalries in British boxing history. So, but at the time, he was disrespectful. Didn't give my brother any respect, any credit. And obviously, they've had the 2 fights. Cole won them both, and so it is what it is. You've got to respect any man that gets in the ring and has a fight. So, and I respect him for sticking to it, and like I said, becoming a world champion in his own right. So yeah. Well done to George Groves.
So swiftly moving on, your last fight was against Darren Snow at Prism, an emphatic victory, first round stoppage, and you've got another fight coming up in August. Everybody knows about this fight, Derby v Nottingham, Nathan Ward versus Lee the Renovator Froch. Right. It's going to be a battle and a half. What are your thoughts on it so far?
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic fight. Me and Nathan agreed we agreed this fight actually last year before Christmas. We met each other. We saw each other at a wedding, and we had a chat. And was like, "Well, who's next?" I did actually call him out after my Rich Elite fight because I knew that Nathan Ward is an outstanding fighter. He's been the EBF English heavyweight, European, and British champion. So got a lot of respect for him. He can bang. He is a banger, and it's the fight I want. There's nobody else really to test me at the minute. Nathan Ward's had all the belts. I want to challenge myself, and yeah. And it's Nottingham Derby, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really tough, good fight, and it's going to be a great night of boxing for the fans. So yeah.
So you both got ferocious knockout power. At one point, you both fought Mike Carter. Now Nathan Ward did emphatically knock out Mike Carter, but you didn't. But off the back of that as well, you fought Big Red, and you dominated all 10 rounds, and Nathan Ward lost to Big Red, so it kind of evens itself out a little bit. Do you feel that the fight against Nathan Ward is going to be your biggest, toughest challenge to date? And are you wary of his knockout power?
Yeah, Nathan Ward's definitely is a big puncher. Regards to the Mike Carter situation, yeah, this is why boxing is great, because you get 2 fighters, different fighters who make fights, and like I said, Nathan Ward against Mike Carter. Nathan Ward did knock Mike Carter out. But I think it was Mike Carter's only his 8th fight anyway, so it was earlier on, so he'd only had 8. When I boxed him, he'd had 40 odd fights, so he'd had a lot more experience, but taking nothing away from Nathan Ward, he did knock him out. With regards to Big Red beat Nathan. I don't know what happened that night, it just didn't seem to be himself, but yeah, and then I beat Big Red. So on paper, yeah, I should beat Nathan Ward, but that's not how boxing works. Fights, different styles, that's why this fight's going to be fantastic, because nobody knows which way it's going to go. I mean, obviously, I'm going to back myself and say I'm going to beat him. It's going to be a knockout. It's going to be a body shot. Is it going to be points? Who knows? This is why boxing is so great, because you can't actually really predict, especially at this level now, because it could go either way. I could walk onto a big shot and Nathan Ward can bang. So I've got to have my wits about me. I've got to use my boxing skills, my ring craft, move around the ring and be on my back foot a bit, be elusive. I've got to be sharp, I've got to be pinpoint accurate, so I've got to be at my best. I've got to bring my A game, and I believe Nathan Ward will be bringing his A game, and he's going to be training hard. He better be training hard, because I'm training extremely hard, and I always give everything 100%, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Is this going to be your last fight?
I don't know. I thought my last one against Big Red might have been my last one. I didn't know how far I was going to go in the sport. I didn't know how far this journey was going to take me. As you all know, my sobriety is 4 years, coming up to 4 years in July. the journey's been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed it. The training, I play a lot of tennis, golf, just my whole life in general is on the up. So it's my 11th, and I don't like to finish on an odd number, so probably not. And depending on how the fight goes, we might do it again. Depends how it goes. I mean, it could be if it's an exceptional fight and it's one-sided, or if it's even, if it's a 50-50 fight and one of us just pips it. Who knows? We might have a rematch. I don't know. You never know where it's going to go. So I'm not going to say it's my last fight. No.
Do you want to give a shout out to any sponsors or thank anyone in particular?
Well, at the minute we're just building it. Oh, so yeah, you can see response on the T-shirt. And as you can see, Grosvenor, Extreme Nutrition, everything I've got. There's a couple on the back as well.
Saxon Electrical, McDonald's.
Yeah, they're all there, aren't they? They're all helping, they're all contributing and all supporting. And obviously you've got Jack Fletcher Media Productions. I mean, you're doing a fantastic job. I know you're pushing yourself. You're getting all these interviews in, and you're doing a great job. You're getting a lot of interviews in. What more can I say? It's great. You're doing great for the sport, and you're going around the gyms and getting all the lads. So, great, mate.
Lee, good luck for your fight, and good luck in the training camp, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Nice one, Jack. Pleasure.